Thank you for joining. Welcome back, y'all. We are live. Sorry that we're a bit late. The internet dropped out. We always seem to have internet problems the exact moment and time of lives. I don't know why that is, but it just happens. And so I was like laying down. I almost just fell asleep. And Dewey's like, internet's back on. What up, Shahista? What's up, everybody? Give you guys a chance to join in. Thank you to Global Machinery for sponsoring the live. Yeah, love my tractor. And actually just enjoy working with the company. They're like the OG Waka family supporters. And they've been with us since the beginning. And love what their family does for the North. I love that they're from Mombasa and that, yeah. Did you know that they are BSP's biggest clients in Vanrelevu? That just shows you how much business they do. And they started up here. So pretty cool. Bula, malo, bula everybody. Thank you guys for joining. I know you guys got a lot of better things, better things to do on your Friday afternoon, but we're all here and we're hanging out. So, what's up? What's up? Did
You look so crashed right now.
me? TikTok has a weird like face thing.
Oh, you
Like-
can turn that off.
No, I did. There's no effects on,
Okay.
but it's like it makes my face look really
What?
smooth.
Smooth.
Yeah. Like you can't even tell I haven't shaved for days.
You can't even tell the
That
kani.
is weird, huh?
Can't even tell the kani too.
Yeah, the kani, you can't see anything. Guys, I was trying to hook up the best live stream today with my new hero, but it just didn't work. So, in the next 2 weeks. Yeah, I'm from Sanganga. That's right. That is right. I am from Sanganga.
How is today, huh?
Yeah, today was great. We had the Leadership Fiji cohort. You know what? Like, here I am talking to these people like I know something. I don't even know really what the word cohort means. I just use it like I know. I assume it means like a group of people or something. Oh, there you go. Cohort. A group of people with a shared characteristic. Well, there you go. So we had the 2024 Leadership Fiji cohort come up to the coffee shop. This is, I think, the third year that we've done it now with them. And, yeah, awesome time. Hung out, talked way too much, probably bored everybody to death. And thank you to Leadership Fiji for supporting the coffee shop and hanging out, buying pizzas and sticky buns and drinks and all that. Just a question, why did you settle in Savu? I did not settle in Savu. I settled in Sanganga. And so people look at me, they look at my skin and my facial features and say, man, that guy he looks so ridiculous. He must be from Savu. But I'm not. I'm just kidding. I am from Sanganga, or as people in Savu call it, Sekwakwa.
Sekwakwa.
Oh, Sekwakwa. For all you Savu people, I'm from Sekwakwa. For everybody else, Sanganga, yes. Which place? We used to live in Vunivere, but now reside in Australia. So yeah, we're on the other side of Sanganga up towards Nakavika and Nasua. On the other side, go inside from Kororuli village, for anybody who cares. Watching from BC, Canada, Avi. Oh, cool. Thank you for joining. I just got these new AirPods.
Is that a new one?
The new ones, yeah.
The latest one, the latest.
I don't know. I don't like them. They're so glitchy. Like they don't. Like I used to use Stephanie, my wife's AirPods, and she hated it because I use them on the tractor for the noise cancellation, and I can actually hear certain sounds on the tractor better when the noise cancellation is on. And these ones, the noise cancellation is good, but they're like they're the AirPod Pros, but they're really finicky. When I put them in my ears, they don't automatically link to my phone. These are first world problems, obviously, guys. I'm just saying, like, when you spend money on these things, you expect it to work. And it's all part of the Apple suite, right? And so, and then like I'll put both in, and then only one will be working. So then I got to put them back in the case, sync it back to the phone, and then put them back in my ears, and then they'll both work. And transparency, like the pass-through audio and like the noise cancellation on AirPods doesn't work unless it sees that both AirPods are in your ears. So I don't know. I'm not, honestly so far not impressed with these AirPods. Kind of ticked off actually. she did buy them used, or they're brand new, never open package, and they're $100. So
Oh,
I think we kind of got what we paid for in this one.
okay.
I don't know why. Like, I was like, oh, these aren't genuine, but they definitely. I've compared them to her AirPods. They are definitely genuine, and when I same exact like markings, same made in Vietnam, and when you sync them to your phone, like all of the options that iPhones have for AirPods,
Right.
it has them,
Right.
and they all the things work. They're just like intermittent. So I don't know. Maybe that's why you shouldn't buy those. The tractor. What up?
Yeah, you took the tractor today?
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, what is this? I can slide it to the side. Oh, crazy! Wow, this is amazing. I'm learning things about TikTok.
What is it?
You can like slide over from the side and like all the comments appear.
Ah,
Yeah,
I see.
very cool. I saw you in Canada. Really? Did you see Stephanie? Because actually, Stephanie ran into somebody in the mall in the Lower Mainland somewhere, and they're like, "Oh, Mrs. Waka," and Stephanie's like, "What the heck? I'm in Canada. How does somebody know me here?"
Is it
She was like,
Fijian?
Indo-Fijian, I think.
Oh, okay.
Indo-Fijian, yeah.
Okay.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
So, thank you guys for the love. Bula from Tavini. Bula to you as well.
This live is sponsored by
Global Machinery.
Global Machinery.
Yes, and so I was out on that. I'm gonna shake this around here. Look at how honest and true this live is, guys. Look at my Tui's towels hanging up there on the line, and the tractors in the background. You got the kids playing soccer out there. You guys see that? That is what it's all about. And so, shout out to Hamza and Global Machinery for sponsoring this live. Thank you guys for supporting the Waka family ever since the beginning. It's been dope. Love to be on this journey with you guys. It's cool because A. Hussein used to sell tractors back in the day when Hamza and Asif's grandfather started the business. They dealt tractors. Then they phased it out, focused solely on hardware, and then went to Hamza's dad. So second generation business, and now third generation business. Hamza wanted to bring back tractors because he was passionate about mechanizing farming in Fiji, and it's pretty cool to be part of that journey ever since the beginning. And now we've got like, almost 100 units sold across Fiji. So first time we met in 2019, you first brought your new bike. We met on Gander. I remember that. I remember that night very specifically from Ellington, right? Ellington to Namboalu. That was a sketchy night because it was raining that night, and I was on my new motorcycle, and I couldn't see anything. Saw people at a Sevens game a few years ago. Oh, Avi.
Bolonza.
What's up, Hamza? Thank you for sponsoring today's live, Hamza. Appreciate it. Thank you guys for interacting. I like this thing where I get to look at the comments, even though it might be distracting, but do you just keep all the comments coming as far as like if people got questions and stuff like that?
Yep.
Yeah. So, yeah, I was out on the tractor day. This tripod is really chasing me off.
Right after the...
Yeah, so Leadership Fiji finished, and then I had to sort out a couple business things, and then I got on the tractor and went straight to plow one of my uncle's. He's actually a Muslim guy, so he's not really my actual uncle, but we call him uncle.
Yeah, he is family.
Yeah, because like even his daughter is named after my grandmother, and so
Wow, really?
yeah.
That's just how like close we are.
Yeah, so that's Sianganga, man. That's the north, maybe.
What is his real name?
Huh?
What is
Muhammad Yaqub Khan.
Muhammad Yaqub
Yeah.
Khan.
Yeah, and we
Why
call
do
him
we call him
Gugu.
Gugu?
Don't know. She'll know.
Nay, ada ba alibi no na Gugu? Eh. Maka
Maka ono na tina Muhammad Yaqub Khan, eh? Iya.
Iya, ada ba na alibi no na Gugu? Oh, Yaqub.
Yeah. So they couldn't say. It was hard to say Yaqub.
Yaqub.
So they just said Gugu.
That's
freaking funny.
Iya? Oi, Kubu.
Oh. Hey.
Hey, no.
Careful.
No. I said
Okay.
Yaqub.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, oi. so it's pretty cool. Like in so Senggang, obviously very Muslim kind of dominated uh, community. I guess not dominated. Like there's just a lot of Muslim people here. A higher concentration of Muslim people in Senggang than other kind of townships in Fiji. And so we we I don't know. We just live in harmony with people. Like it's literally like his daughter is named after my grandmother, and so I took a video today actually, and I'll post it after this. But as I was plowing his rice field with my farm track tractor, shout out to Global Machinery, I looked and I was like, holy smokes, that's a huge worm. And then I was like, okay, that is not a worm. That's something else. Like, and so I went back, and there's actually an eel that had buried itself into the mud. There's no water in this rice field, okay, guys? There's no water in this rice field. But there was an eel that freaking somehow was just, you could see the, what? Like where it had been like sitting, like this. Yeah, its imprint in the mud. It was just sitting there. And so the eel is on the, oh, he's getting it?
No, he's getting the grog.
Oh, okay. He was just sitting there, and so Uncle Kuvu came over, and he's like, oh yeah, no. When we flood this place for rice season, like there's eel everywhere in here.
Right.
I'm like, holy smokes, yeah.
So say hibernating. It's been hibernating.
Yeah, it looked like it was hibernating. Like this, it's on the sink actually. I could.
It's way far in. It's like way.
Why didn't you go grab it? Why not? We can do a little show and tell. It was just really. I've never seen it, and honestly, I don't plow rice fields because they are so muddy, and I've been bogged in them about 4 too many times. So, it's never enjoyable getting stuck in a rice field. Yes, this farm truck tractor is 4-wheel drive. I think for the type of soil, you couldn't bring a 400 horsepower like New Holland over here from Canada and plow in a rice field either. Like you have to think about like what is appropriate for the application. I think that the 50 horsepower model that another ex-police officer in Senganga has is actually better for rice. The 50 horsepower is a bit lighter. You put the rice wheels on the side, you bolt those like paddle tires onto the side of the thing, and then it goes really well. But look at this.
Somebody say, Felipe. Bula Felipe from Sydney, Australia.
See this? Can you see it?
Yeah.
It was just chilling in the mud.
It was alive.
It was alive. And then Uncle Kuvu came over and
Chopped it.
he dealt with it. Yeah, so we're going to eat it. Because I don't believe that Muslims eat eel. But it was just in the mud. I was like, because when you were plowing the dirt stone over, you always see worms. And like some are bigger than others. And then I was like, that's a really big worm. But it wasn't a worm.
Philip is saying there, John. You know,
Oh!
your Fijian is so fluent. Yeah.
Okay, I need something. Do you have wipes in your room?
Yeah, I have
Okay,
my
sorry.
wipes.
there's
I don't
a
have
wet.
wipes in my room.
Oh,
It's
okay.
somewhere.
Why?
It's not in my room.
Yeah, wipes are in your room.
No.
Gecko has kindly decided to take a shenanigan on my MacBook. Very cool. So it's very bizarre going from, thank you. See that?
Oh,
Wet one too.
take it.
It's really bizarre going from, doing a presentation for Leadership Fiji to, straight to the farm. And actually, Leadership Fiji showed up a bit earlier today, and actually the CEO of Leadership Fiji and his wife came early in a separate
that
vehicle.
was the CEO.
Yeah, and he's also the CEO of Communications Fiji, and Communications Fiji owns like CFL, right?
Yeah.
So they own a bunch of radio stations, I believe, and Fiji Village and stuff like that, right? So I showed up on the tractor like on time for the original timing of the event, and then I think they looked at me and they're like, "This is the guy who's gonna be like doing the presentation." Like I thought we were talking to like some sort of like business professional of some sort. And I was like, yeah. And then people were like shaking my hand, trying to give me a hug. And I was like, I'm sorry, I'm really stinky because I had my farm clothes on. And so I went into the bathroom and changed out, obviously before the presentation. But I was like, this is a little too raw probably for people to be like, take me seriously. But whatever. That's just life, you know? Came off a farm. It is what it is. Deal with it. And they're very gracious.
Bulak Ritesh. Costco baby wipes, yo.
Yeah, the best. The best. So cheap and so plentiful and such high quality. This is what Tui's option is.
That's not mine.
Yeah.
That's not mine.
Bula Hadi from Bua.
Bulare, everybody on Facebook. Bula Vinaka, Malin. Bula Usaya.
Bula, everybody. Thank you guys for joining.
Bula Kawi Tindina. George Fiji Kosa prepping for his concert. What do you think of his concert ticket price?
Okay, thank you. Keep these kind of questions going. Okay, so question was, this person is prepping to go to the concert? Getting ready?
This is just saying like
In preparation
for his
concert, what do I think of the ticket prices? I don't really know what the ticket prices are. I think the only one I'm aware of was $700 for the 2-day VIP. And so
the exclusive
That was-
VVIP.
that's exclusive VIP.
Yeah, the normal VIP is 350. For
Normal
2 days.
VIP is. So what do you guys think of the prices?
And the general admission for 2 days is 179.
179 for 2 days.
Yeah, for a day is 99.
99 for the day. Okay. So, to my understanding, George is coming back to his roots, right? He was inspired by us, and back it's in our roots, and so he was like, "Man, the Waka family came back. I have to come back." And no, I was just kidding, all right? Yeah, right. From my understanding, it's not like a homecoming, like he's coming back just to do a concert. To my understanding, he's coming back to Fiji to stay, right? It's just
the VVIP is 999.
so it's exclusive.
Yeah, exclusive.
Okay.
Exclusive. Yeah.
Yeah, obviously that's a lot of money. A lot of money.
Yeah, you were saying.
And to my understanding, he's coming back to stay in Fiji. I don't know if his health is totally 100%. I think he's in like a wheelchair, right? Kind of.
Yes.
Yeah, and so obviously his health is not 100%. And so I'm not saying he's coming back to die. I think he's kind of coming back to the country that he has represented his whole life. Coming back home in his mind. Yeah, we're in Fiji. What up? Got a problem with that? No, I'm just kidding. So George is coming back home. The level of artists that are on this card, I want to say, I watched too much MMA. The level of artists that are on this concert lineup or this festival music, you can basically call it like a mini music festival. I mean, multi-night, that's a festival of some sort. It's very high, and I don't think this has been seen before in Fiji. 4 artists at one time. I think we've had bigger artists even, just one-off. But Fiji is not like the money-making part of their tour. Like Lucky Dube didn't go from South Africa to Fiji and then back to South Africa. UB40 didn't go from UK to Fiji and then back to the UK. This was like a part of like a whole thing. So it's like, oh, we got tons of fans in Fiji. Probably going to mix that in with some sort of holiday. So like if we're going to stop for like a few days holiday in Fiji, we can do 3 hours of work and pay for our entire trip kind of thing. And so let's just get as many bodies out as we can. Hire an events company. We don't have to do anything. We just do sound check. We go live, right? What fest is this? What's the name of the festival?
Homecoming.
Homecoming Festival. So a bunch of the VT1's crew opening up, right? Before on both nights, Saturday and Sunday night. And then I think the first night you have Jay Boog and Fiji. And then again, a bunch of VT1's crew, which is awesome for them. And then a Sunday night closing is, who was it? Maoli is last. Who's coming with them? Oh, Just Tofi.
Yeah, just the two.
Yeah, Just Tofi
And Maul is the closer.
is the closer. Yeah, so Just Tofi and then Maoli's
Maoli.
closing on Sunday night. So to have 4 artists at that level, we had Magic here. Tui was at that concert. I think he was doing some media coverage for a company. That was kind of like a one night, one band thing. So we just have to take into account, I think, like the level of artistry that's coming and what these guys need to make to cover the net. Up until like recently, I don't think there was any sponsors for this.
No.
For this whole event. Yeah, and so if you guys are looking to get tickets, I have a 20% off discount from Digicel Fiji. So if you guys go and you want to book tickets, you can go. Digicel's actually already sent you a text. Follow the link and then FJDIGI, and you get 20% off the tickets for the weekend. So everybody got that text. I actually don't have it. It just sounded really special when I said it like that. But you guys have access. So if you guys want to go, you can get 20% off. So if it's $100 ticket, you get $20 off. That's actually that's a big amount. If I went, I would use that discount. So Digicel, another one of our sponsors or businesses that we work with, they're offering a 20% off. So that's
really cool.
That's cool. If you spend $1,000, if you want to get that 1,000 one, then you're gonna get $200 off. So that's huge. I mean, because if you didn't use that discount, then you would be paying like almost the same amount as like the normal VIP, right? So FJDIGI at the checkout, and you get 20% off.
So there's a bunch of artists too, like Junior Songetta.
Yeah, 6 Squad, Tams and Grace, 6 Squad.
You've heard of Junior Songetta?
Yeah. Yep.
Stanley T, he's big on TikToks and Instagram.
Oh,
I've heard
Stanley T. Yeah.
heard of
Stanley T.
Yeah. And
Is Oz performing? He's got a couple good songs right now. Or Oz or Ozzy. The guy who did the song in the coffee shop with the VT1s.
Oh,
and
I
then
don't
did
know.
that sick music video a few weeks ago.
I don't know. Yeah. I'm looking at the lineup.
Okay. Yep.
Those are small artists there. Paradise Roots, the Billion Ratu, Inside Out.
Inside Out.
Yeah.
Cookie and the Gang.
Who's this guy? Lomez Brown. I haven't heard of this guy, but yeah.
So the thing is, like, yeah, obviously a sick squad, sick lineup. I don't think that we've had this before in Fiji. And so, yeah, up until a couple weeks ago, there was really no sponsors coming on board. Fiji, I don't even know if he was asking for sponsors. So it was him putting all this on, hiring the events company, organizing the food trucks and all that stuff for us, for the fans. And so that takes real money. And so if you don't have Digicel coming in, like, you haven't seen this before, so you have big companies coming in with discount codes and stuff like that last minute, which means that they didn't come on early enough to decrease the ticket price. Does that make sense? So if Digicel would have come on earlier, then the ticket price probably would have dropped by $10, and then he gets another major sponsor, ticket prices drop by $5 or 5%, and more sponsors, less ticket prices, they get to showcase. But when they saw like how much attention this was getting, everybody wants to get on board, and so now we just got discount codes, right? Which is awesome. It's just like, it's a big risk, there was a lot of stuff being said, so I understand companies being hesitant to want to, get behind something like this. But I think, awesome for independent artists, awesome for Fiji, like, to be like, I'm going to do this, like, whether you guys want to be part of it or not. And then, like, yeah, look who's talking now, right? Like, all the haters on Twitter and everything like that. Don't get me wrong, though. Like, so if you just want to go to one... if you just want to go to one night, so that's $100, that would be the equivalent of, like, going to a one-night concert here, say, right? Obviously, like we said, the level of people who are performing is way higher.
Yeah.
As far as like fame and the level of the music that or fame that they've achieved. But $100, we can call that like 2 to 3 days wages for a person in Fiji. That's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. But if you are a person who say wants to go, you and your friends want to go to a hotel, right? Like you and your girlfriends, you guys want to go out and have a weekend. What are you going to do that once every year, once every 2 years? And, you're probably willing to spend, like if it's a 2-night thing. So if you go to this for 2 nights, you're going to spend $200 on tickets, you're going to like $200 maybe on drinks and food. So you're probably $500 deep. It wouldn't be unusual for a person to spend probably $500 every other year on like a trip of some sort or an event of some sort with their family. This will never happen again. You will never get this combination of these artists performing ever again in Fiji. So you are actually paying for a once in a lifetime experience. So when I look at it like that, that is worth a lot of money. If they did this every weekend or once a year, take a hike. I'm not paying that much money for your VIP tickets or even your general admission. But I don't know how much longer George Fiji will be around, but even performing for. Or if this is like, yeah, guys, I've done my diligence. I've put Fiji on the map. We've watched that video about, he's like, it's not about me, it's about Fiji. And I'm not Fiji. My music is Fiji. And, he comes at it with that angle and he's like, this might be it. And even if it's not, we're probably never going to get this crew of, VT1s and Inside Out and all the local crew performing with Josh Tatofi, Maoli, J Boog, Fiji. It's never going to happen again. So what's that worth to you? That's how I would put it. What's it worth to you to go to a once in a lifetime concert in Fiji? Go fly to Australia and go to a music festival and tell me if it's cheaper. Yeah.
Left field saying, I know someone's in Tongans would pay because they Fiji artists more than the native Fijians. I think they love Fiji.
I saw who's that part Chinese chick with the VT1s? She looks part Chinese.
Liz.
Huh?
Liz. The small.
Look Tiao.
Yeah, Liz.
Yeah.
Something Liz.
She was performing somewhere in Tonga. I think I saw a video somewhere. And people were going.
Vamarasi.
Huh?
Vamarasi. Liz, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
Vamarasi.
Yeah. So she was performing like some hotel lobby or something. Did you see that? And it was like, it looked like the GPH or something, but there's people all packed on the bottom floor, on the balcony, and on the third balcony.
Oh, that was.
Where was that?
PNG.
PNG, dude.
Yeah.
Melodiyo. And people are just like screaming, and like in Fiji, we're like, meh.
Yeah, we saw Billy T and Ratu.
See? PNG. Yeah. And so maybe there's a lot of like expat Fijians, but like that was not even in Fiji. And so yeah, I bet whoever commented that, yeah.
Left field.
Yeah, left field. Yeah, you're definitely right. I think $200 for a once in a lifetime experience. And I'm not saying once in a lifetime, like you will never have this much fun ever again in your life. I'm saying once in a lifetime, these people will never perform together ever again. So, from Alfred, what? Thank you for the question. What denomination of Christianity do you belong to? I grew up Baptist, I guess. Yeah. So my whole upbringing was in the Baptist church. I'm not really like a big, like I'm from this denomination and that, it's better than other denominations. I think there's just different things that different denominations of Christianity believe are important. And yeah, I like the Baptist stance on things, and I'm not really big on the, at least in Canada, the craziness outward appearance of the Pentecostal movement and stuff like that. I think it's confusing for people who are looking at Christians and being like, yo, those people are acting wild. But then also, I think Baptists are way too reserved and they don't really do a lot sometimes. And it's like, are these people even excited about their faith? And so, yeah, I'm not saying one is better than the other. I grew up Baptist, and that's kind of where we landed as a couple later on. Thank you for the question, though.
Hello, Gatry.
Gatry, how did the judging go, Gatry? Stephanie was, I think she got into the country like the day, 2 or 3 days after it started, the Festival of the Friendly North. Festival of the Friendly North, yeah. And Stephanie was a judge last year for the beauty pageant. And so it just wasn't good timing. And then we just wanted to spend some time together as a family, but we'll be in next year. She'll do some judging next year. I know you guys, she had a really good time with you last year, Gatry. Sitting up there on the judging table. Judging. I heard you guys had some fun judging people. In more ways than one. Dude, like, what a thing to put yourself through. Shout out to all the people, girls and guys, who put themselves into these crazy contests to be judged. Dude, like, hate and what people say about you while you're walking around up there. Like, you have to dance in front of people. You have to sound like a smart person. My goodness.
I have a plan on getting into aquaculture, like tilapia, eel farming, etc.
Oh. I thought it had something to do with, like, Marvel or DC, like Aquaman or something.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, I would if the opportunity presented itself in the form of somebody who knew what they were doing. Because honestly, I'm kind of done with farming things that I don't know what is what. I'm ready to farm something that we know how to do really well on a mass scale. And so somebody came into my life that knew how to do a lot of these, like, aquaculture stuff, like, then yeah, I would do it. I mean, dig a pond and fill it up and keep the fish fed and healthy. And then, I heard that it's a good business. You just have to know what you're doing. And I could figure it out. I just got a lot of other things that can make more money than that. So
I still couldn't get over the whole presentation today.
Oh, what do you mean?
No, I just see like you guys are getting in the field of
Oh, really?
just talking in public.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, it
like,
went well? We didn't even
yeah.
talk about it because we left right away,
Yeah,
right?
no, we usually sit down and
Yeah, no, debrief.
But like,
Well, debrief now.
yeah, I'm like just observing you two, like, from last year and this year. You did so well.
Yeah? Oh, thank you.
Just flow. Then you hitting all the points, hitting all that ooh moments. Like, yeah. Because I just looked at them while I was filming.
Oh,
just like, yes.
Oh, were people writing stuff?
Write this down. Write this down.
Were they?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
And how you explain the 4 Ps and
Yeah, I was hesitant to do the 4 Ps of marketing.
yeah.
Yeah.
And just sharing it to them. So
Right,
that was
yeah.
like,
Wow, how can my phone ring while I'm on live, huh? Yo, it's be crazy right now. Crazy.
so you had a lot of good points for them, and I feel like it was that question that lady asked, would you ever do like a program, a training program to how to build your brand?
Right, yeah.
And I was like,
Yeah,
because
I would honestly do it. I'd do that and probably just do it for free. Like, I wouldn't, because, like, I want Fiji to be on the map, and I want people to feel like they can do it. I mean, I think we said it the other day, like, the two different types of leaders. Like, the one leader that everybody, like, you look at and you're like, whoa, I could never do that. And then you have the other leader and you're like, whoa, I can do that. Both you admire and respect. One empowers you and one makes it feel like it's impossible. And, like, I don't know, it doesn't make me excited to be like the person going to the top by myself. And so like if we can like help some people along the way, and granted, I was talking to somebody today who we're gonna do a podcast with in the next few weeks here, and he was like, I have yet. It's such an inspirational guy, but like he's like, I've yet to find one guy who will actually, who's actually walk beside me and will come up with me. Like everybody like takes a few steps and then back to whatever habits they had before or life they had before. He's like, I've yet to find one other hustler like me who will like hustle with me. And he's like, that's what I want to do. And he's like, I employ boys from the village, and he's a
Fijian.
fully bred, born and bred Fijian to the core. And yeah,
I look at him, I'm so proud.
I know.
Like, dude, I love you.
Yeah, I know.
It's like you.
That was my feeling too.
You made it, and
it's not a secret. It's Frank Hamaguchi from Silver Waters.
he has a cool second name.
Yeah, Hamaguchi.
Hamaguchi.
Yeah, so sick. So that's we've got something exciting in the pipeline with Frank and his company. But even more exciting than the business and stuff that we're going to be doing together with Silver Waters is the opportunity to give him a platform or force him into giving him a platform to share his inspirational like story of hustle and hard work to people. And so I want to be part of that. And I look at people like Frank, and I'm like, yeah, that's somebody we gotta, get into. Like, I want to do masterminds and stuff where people share ideas and inspire each other and educate each other and answer questions. And we do like Q&As like today,
Yeah.
And I want to do that at scale. It's not really something I want to make money from. I'm really hesitant to be like the Tony Robbins type of inspirational, guru guy that everybody wants to be these days. Maybe if like there's a big demand for it and it took a lot of resource to do it, then just to put the money back in the pocket, yeah. But I'd rather be doing sessions like today that were sponsored by companies like Global Machinery or like Digicel or Pacific Energy or whoever we work with, to be like, hey, we're doing like how to create a personal brand and market your new startup business that started as a side hustle or something like that. And we have like a group of like 10, 15 people who are all like trying to, take their side hustle and make it their full-time hustle. And, that event space and lunch and stuff is all sponsored by Global Machinery, something like that, right? Like, yeah, I think that achieves multiple missions from many different companies, right?
Yeah.
And I think, yeah, that's something that we can do in the future, isn't it, Hamza? Got no fixed plans, just something to think about.
Yes, we are talking about the Silverwater fiberglass.
That's right.
The owner.
The owner, yeah. And so I don't know his team very well. I know I met Josiah. I've been on the phone with a lady named Joyce, all really nice people. Obviously, like, people who are doing really awesome things don't get to there by themselves a lot of the time. So there's probably a great group of people around him, his loved ones, his family, and his coworkers and employees that help him along the way, but really cool guy. Alfred asked, or person, user 7156317032995 asked, that was a long. Bro, which part of Canada are you from? Okay, so I grew up in Saskatchewan, which is Canada's like this shape-ish. Saskatchewan's right in the middle, or more to the west coast, I guess. And then I got married to Stephanie and moved right to Vancouver, side of Canada. It's still like 4 hours from Canada, but basically on the side of Canada. It's just funny. If you drive 4 hours in Fiji, you're on the other side of the country. But you have to drive like 6-7 days in Canada to get to the other side of the country. What are your thoughts on the Catholic Church? Yeah, I think there's some great people involved in the Catholic Church. I think there might even be people who are like Christians in the Catholic Church. But I guess maybe then they wouldn't be technically Catholic. I think the Catholic Church has got a bad rap for some of the scandals and stuff that have happened over the years. But I honestly don't know much about it yet, to be honest with you. Yeah, obviously, and here's the thing, and here's why I have chosen Christianity. Like, I was raised Christian, but then I eventually had to make it, I had to make my faith my own, right? And so the reason that I continued with Christianity was because, like, it's relational. And so I don't actually really subscribe to religion. And so when people are like, what denomination and all this kind of stuff, I'm like, dude, I love doing life with Jesus and the hope that I have, because I know that I'm saved and that I'm going to heaven. And I want other people to know of this hope that I also have. And so I don't have anything against people who don't, line up the same way. I'm just like, imagine if I had the greatest, like if I actually believe like it's the greatest secret, and I had the greatest secret, and I believe that anybody who doesn't believe the same thing as me will be going to hell. Like, what if I didn't tell you guys about it? And I didn't, like, if you don't enter hell with my hand marks around your ankles, trying to like drag you out and save you, then I did something wrong. And that's kind of like taken from a Charles Spurgeon quote, who was a famous preacher back in the day. He said something along those lines, but it's like, yeah, I got to do everything I can to try to spread that message. And so, yeah, not everybody agrees. And that's a cool thing about Fiji. And that's a cool thing about, like, say, working with people like Gold Machinery and Hamza and his family. They're all Muslim. It's a, fully Muslim family and run business. But we still love each other, and we're we agree to disagree. And that's all good, baby. We, that's just life. But I think I got the greatest gift ever, and it'd be silly not to share it with you guys. So take it for what it is. I just love being in relationship with someone like Jesus, rather than just being in religion where it's just a bunch of rules that I got to follow. And so, and rant. I visited your cafe twice yesterday and today. Archie is amazing. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Marie. Marika. Oh, Mary. It must be Marie. Thank you. Archie is
Archie.
She is Archie. There's very few people that you'll meet that will have the level of customer service that Archie has, and combine that with trust and humility to be like, I don't know all the things, teach me. That combination been so great for us. And I had a talk with the girls from our coffee shop, when we first opened. Actually, it was probably a few months after we opened. But I had been listening to a podcast by a guy who started a really successful poke bowl joint in the States somewhere. Poke bowl, like, raw tuna and on rice with, condiments. No, we're not coming for the homecoming concert. Too far. Too much money for us right now. Thanks for asking, though. I would have loved to come for it, though. And this gentleman who owned this restaurant, he's a Christian guy, and he said things really changed for his business when he realized, what a crazy gift it was to be able to do what he was doing. And he said he had a chat with his staff, and he was like, every customer that walks through that door, we need to treat with the attitude of, I cannot believe that Jesus sent you into my store for such a time as this. That you are here supporting my family by giving, this business your money. that you've given me an opportunity to serve you, because that's what Jesus did, was he served people. And in that I have not an obligation, but an actual a chance to have an interaction with you that could actually bless you and your family or your friends, whoever's coming in with you, in a way that would be different. And so when I heard that, I was like, man, what if people walked into our store and we treated, I was saying to the girls, what if we treated people like, I cannot believe that Jesus sent you to our store and that I get to look after you today. What if we adopted that kind of attitude for every single person that came in our door? And I think Archie does that to a freaking T. And so does Va. Va is actually my sister-in-law, my cousin brother's wife. And I think those two are just, they light the room up. And they both have different strengths, but they work so well together. We only have 2 staff. It's a tiny store, guys. Every time one of you comes in, it really makes a difference. Like, we try to pay the highest wages in Sianganga, which means that, we put less money into our pockets, I guess, but like, we're not doing it for that. And so we're doing this because this is the best place to start this business and make the mistakes here. And it doesn't make any sense for me to be like, Waka, it's in our roots, and then not do anything in our roots. And I was saying that to Leadership Fiji. And so I couldn't pick a better group of people to do it with. And so I love those girls very, very much. Absolutely, she is a gem. We spoke for a while, and she is truly someone with genuine hospitality. Yeah, 100%. What has been the main challenge for you all ever since being home, if any? Great question, Sammy. Thank you very much. Thank you for the questions, by the way, guys. Keep them coming. Even if there's like 2 of you, like, let's just turn into like a, just a Q&A session. Just have a talk. Challenges for us. I think the hardest thing for me, and being that I grew up where I grew up, was just like not having any privacy, not having any space. And so that's actually what makes the guy behind the camera really special, Tui, is that like it's really easy to live with him. It doesn't really feel like there's somebody like invading my privacy all the time. But it can be hard, like when we came from, we had our own house and our own place and garage, and there was fences, and we didn't have to see anybody if we didn't want to, and I could walk around in my house,
Naked.
butt ass naked, and nobody would see if the windows were closed.
Yeah.
And yeah, now I can't, and so I just cannot wait for the day where I can walk around naked in my house again.
Yeah.
No, just
Don't
kidding.
worry, I don't want to see that.
See, this is a freedom I don't have with 2 in the house. I can't walk around naked. No, it's yeah. I think the privacy thing was just the hardest, and not because I want to walk around naked, but just because like I want to walk out, open my fridge, and just look into the fridge like a guy likes to look into the fridge, and not be asked like, "Why are you looking in the fridge? Are you hungry? What do you need? Is there something you need?" I'm like, "No, just looking at my fridge. Not hungry, just looking at my fridge, because that's what guys do." But yeah, like something like that, I guess. Village life. We come from a very small village. You guys can like see. There's
How many houses?
this
One.
house not occupied. That house not occupied. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and our house. So there's 6 houses that have people in them in the village. There's less than 50 of us here. So it's a pretty easy village to do life in, and there's not a lot of grog parties and late nights and drinking and bad kids, like, because there's only 1, 2, 3 houses that have kids in them. So there's 3, 4 families, including us, raising kids, and so that's a very like tight group of parents, right? And there's not like a lot of people who are worried about other people's parenting skills, and like, yeah, we all have our own styles and we have boundaries, but there's not a lot to. There's a village down on the coast here that has prostitution. They have drug trafficking. They have like money laundering. They have everything that's going on in the city. ICE, marijuana, everything is happening in that village. Big village. And it's not that way here. And so that makes it really easy for us.
Usa KWT Creations, Bularesan.
Bulare.
Saying yes, that's my village.
Oh.
Ima.
Huh?
You know.
The village?
No, yeah, he's saying this is his village. So this
Usa.
one of your uncle?
Oh. Yeah. I see. Okay, here's the hard part about also being in Fiji is that like, lots of people know me, and I don't know lots of people, and that makes me frustrated because I want to know who you are all the time.
They're not from here. I mean, they're not in Fiji.
Yeah.
They are in, I think, in the States or
In the States?
Canada or New Zealand.
Man, makes you feel bad. When you go back to Canada for holidays, do your boys ever want to stay back, or do they look forward? You know, it's actually been like a really great combo. Like they always enjoy the whole time because they get spoiled by their grandparents and their aunts and uncles while they're back. We'll usually finish the holiday at Don's house because that's where we stay when we're visiting our friends. And by that time, they're like, yeah, we want to go back so we can like play in the village with our friends, big yard and all that stuff. And so it's never like hard to come home. And we extracted them from Western culture before they had like glommed on to its, you know, what makes it great and what makes it bad. And so it was very easy for us. So lots of people are like, oh, I'm just waiting for the right moment. It's like the longer you wait, the harder it gets. Trust me. We have friends who, you know, moved out of country to Fiji with their daughters who were like Eliki's age and a couple years older. So we're talking 8 and 10-ish. And yeah, like 5, 6 years later, no, 6, 7 years later, they're moving back because their daughters still remember very fondly what was in Australia. And now they're getting to teenage and they're, you know, they want that cushy, you know, the comforts of Western living back. But our boys don't remember. They love this. They love, you know, climbing trees and playing rugby until it's dark outside, you know. And then they come in, they watch iPad, stuff like that.
Hey, what is your favorite Fijian dialect?
Favorite Fijian dialect? I gotta say, like, the Nandronga dialect is so unique. It's, I don't know if I like it more. I just find it like,
Unique.
I just find it like myself, like, what?
Whoa.
Okay, what was he saying? And like, okay, that is so not Fijian that I've ever heard before. Like, it just blows my mind. Like when I listen to people, like when I walk through Singatoka and I like listen to kids or in parents talking to their kids, I'm like, what? Like, yeah. But most beautiful dialect, I mean, definitely 100% Senkaga. Kenahai. Would you let your boys go to boarding school? Ooh. We're raising them in the wrong way to send them to boarding school. Like, my kids are going to be the most easy victims of hazing and bullying ever. And so, it's not really something that I have in mind for them. But that's why we also, you guys don't see them in a lot of content because, like, I don't make the Waka family about, like, the Waka boys, like Liki and Seva. We try to do a lot of things, you know, so that it's not just them. And they have to, like, Seva's over here poking at me in the background. You guys just can't see him. But they get asked if they want to be in content. Like, if they want to take pictures, if you guys come and like ask us for pictures, we always ask them, like, do you guys mind taking a picture? If they say no, then we don't. And a lot of times, actually, after a long day, I see you, just let me finish this. They get tired of taking pictures, and then we're just like, okay, you just gotta take pictures with me and Steph. everybody's like, oh, I want to take a picture of the leaking Seva. But then when we make videos and edit them, then we like
Shut up.
show it to them. They like it. Post it. Okay, then we post it. Yeah, buddy.
Everybody is just asking if, like, are you going to the birthday with all of these kids? And I just want to lie to them because mom said I shouldn't tell the kids about that. But
This
I forgot what time they said they're going to go to sleep.
Okay.
you don't say anything.
You just don't say anything.
Just
You don't have
say,
to lie to them.
Mom will.
Mom's organizing
tell
who's
them.
coming. Mom, you can just tell them that mom's organizing who's coming to the birthday party.
Yeah, because Steph's saying like she'll come and talk to them
Yeah.
when she comes and then
Okay.
she'll talk.
Yeah.
Just say that
Yeah,
mom
right
will.
now.
No, just say that mom will come and talk to you guys.
Yeah. You don't have to lie to them. You just tell mom will come and talk to you. Okay?
Or like say everything. You're going to the birthday, like.
Yes, she'll do that. Yes.
Any kids that come here, then say,
Yes.
going to the birthday, Seba said,
Yeah.
you're going to the birthday. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
I don't tell them about my birthday. I just tell them, mom is going to talk to you guys.
That's
Yeah.
right. Yes.
Okay, shit.
Yeah, I don't want to lie to them, but I feel like I have to lie to them.
It's our birthday party
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Yeah. And so we had a miscommunication with Pacific Energy about what our plans were. And I'm not saying they're liable or me. It was just a miscommunication. These things happen. And so we had to switch things around a little bit for the schedule because I'm not going to miss my son's birthday. But I also, don't want to let one of our, partners down. And so we just had to move some things around. And so I'm going to be on location live, actually, in Vuo tomorrow because they're drawing the first name for the winner of the first Nissan Navara.
First Nissan Navara draw tomorrow. Bula.
Oh, sorry, everybody, Bula. And so that means me and Tui got to go there. The kids are going to go to Sausawu. The money that I'm making being on location, I am spending on accommodation now. So we're kind of just switching the birthday party around. It's actually going to be way more epic, but this just limits the amount of people that we can take, the kids that we can take. So it actually works out really well because we're going to do something fun. But yeah, the only way that I felt like I could consciously do this out of good conscience as a father was to take every cent that I am going to make tomorrow and spend it on his birthday. So that's exactly what's happening. But it's fine. It's going to be totally worth it. The thing is, at the end of the day, like, there's heaps of money out in the world to be made, but these are like the moments that we will remember. So totally worth it.
How's the new built house plan going?
Yeah, it's going great. No progress at all. I would like to. It'd be sweet if somebody would come alongside and do the design process for us. I already have like a full floor plan layout built out in software that I downloaded, a free software app. But
Dude. Lendo is there.
Lindua,
Tal Tatausan.
he does that.
Dude. I asked him to make my house plan
Oh,
and
he did it.
he didn't.
Yeah.
Dude was freaking. He's a genius, man.
Really?
Yeah. Did you know he was a Dux in QS?
What's that?
Like he was the top mark.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool.
That year. What year was it? 2000 and I think 2012 or
Wow.
2011. Yeah. He was in the same year with my brother. That's how I got to know him.
Oh.
And then I got to know him late. Well, I got to know him in USB, and I just found out that he was in the same form with my brother, and he was the Dux.
Oh.
Like he was like
Very
super
smart.
brain. Yeah.
So did he draw your plans already?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe you could ask him. Like, the thing is, like, I'm not we're on a budget. I actually don't have any money for this house build, guys. I'm putting my back up against the wall. I've spent money just on the preparation of the land, and then after that, it's just like, okay, how much is this going to cost? Okay, let's go. Okay, it's going to cost us $4,000 to rip wood or whatever the cost is. Okay, let's go find $4,000 somewhere and let's go make money. We got awesome partners like A Hussein and Gold Machinery that I'm sure will come on board and support in a big way. But yeah, if you guys know people who are looking to promote their business or something like that, like I'm looking to exchange services for promotion of business. Like I'll just say it out loud, and because like people think we make money off Facebook and TikTok and Instagram, and no, we don't. We make money off YouTube, but that's not like that's like some money to cover Tui's wages kind of thing. And so this all costs money, and I'm not complaining, but I'm like, oh, this could be a cool opportunity to, hey, if Lendua helps me out, I can shout him out, make a video about his plan. Yeah, if somebody wants to come on board with, swimming pool, all right? Just if I was like, hey, we got a swimming pool sponsor, she would be like, no way. Like, yeah, but we have no power to run your pumps or anything. Honestly, the biggest thing that I would love a partner with would be on the solar, because that is a piece that is very essential to what we do, and also easy for me to talk about and promote. And there's so many solar companies in Fiji, and nobody's approached me, so I'm like, which is fine. I don't expect this, but I'm like, hey, that would be something that I would love to work with somebody on, would be outfitting the batteries and inverters and stuff in the house. So if you guys know somebody, let me know.
Where is your Cornevasu? Is Cornevasu in Moturki?
Who?
Nabuchi.
Who?
You.
Yo, how's ba? Lasara.
Yeah, just like...
My Cornevasu is in Canada.
No, Moturki, Nabuchi. Yeah, talking about Lendua.
Yeah.
He is the way he plans it. I don't know. It's
You have the plans. He sent it to you.
I have to pick it up.
Yeah.
I have to pick it up. Yeah,
Sick.
I have to pick it up. But the way he does it is
like, is it affordable?
It is affordable.
Yeah.
He even has like plans that are already there.
Yeah, sure.
That
yeah.
you can like resell.
Yeah.
People didn't.
So people can.
The plan.
Dude.
The whole plan.
I'll tell him right now, like, give me your plan, and then you can sell it to every single person in Fiji. I don't care.
Yeah.
Because maybe people actually like it. I like what we're doing with our house. Yeah. I think it's gonna be cool. It looks really fancy on the software that we've built it out on, but it can't be fancy. It's literally gonna be like very, very straightforward outdoor bathroom kind of things. Yeah.
And the way he does it, to the plumbing, to the electrical,
yeah,
and even like the stuff's inside.
Because like I don't need, actually I used to build, for those of you guys who don't know, I used to be a framer. So, and we'd take houses in the winter. We'd always have a framing project, small crew, like me and the owner and my friend. So we build houses. We build a few houses a year. And then we'd always line up one house to build in the fall, and then make sure we had the roof and walls up so we could be indoors during the winter time. And then we finished that house right out to the cabinetry. And so we did finishing once a year. And so I have the ability to do everything. I'm just like, really what I need is a parts list. I need a materials list. And that's why I want a design. Like, I know exactly what the house is going to look like. I can lay everything out. I know how to use a tape measure and a saw and all the tools. I just need somebody to be like, this is how many 2x4s you need, or 4x2s. Oh, yeah. This is how many 4x3s. That's literally why I need a design of a house. I already have a picture in my mind, already have it laid out on my software. I just need somebody to be like, this is what you need to go rip. So we can just go and rip, just have the list. Yeah. This is how many posts you need. This is how many sheets of roofing iron you need. All that stuff. So.
He's from Moturiki. Oh, he's from Nabuchi. Nabuchi,
yeah.
Yeah. He's from Nabuchi.
Navundi.
Right now he's sleeping.
Yeah.
He's had a long night.
He had a
last night.
long night. One of my uncles brought home gifts from the airport. Yeah, so.
Very, very nice gifts.
Yeah.
A gift that you just use it once.
Or are they from London? Maybe the gifts are for London.
I don't
Because
know.
the side of the thing says London
Maybe.
on it, yeah. No,
Oh,
I think he
London.
bought it in the airport and it says London on
In
it.
London,
Yeah,
yeah.
right, yeah.
London Bridge.
London Bridge.
Bola Lily. You guys rocking the Starlink up there yet?
No.
We have it here now and it's awesome.
Where is this?
Lily and Aisha.
Oh, Lily. Hey, Lily, what's up? Long time no talk.
How's Aisha?
Yeah.
That's my brother. I need to get that book.
Actually, I haven't seen a lot of his content recently. He's still doing stuff?
I don't know. Yeah.
Hey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't seen any.
This was
Aisha from
Corro.
Koro.
But
yeah.
what was the name of his program, or like the stuff that he was doing on social media? Yeah, right. Yeah. Man, he was doing such good work, and I think he was even getting on broadcast. I think he was doing some stuff with Fiji TV or FBC or something, which is where his content needs to be, like, as well as social media. Like, he deserves that. He was doing such a good job. Oni Fiji concert. Yeah, I wish I could go to the Fiji concert, but no money, re. No, it's not. No, it's not an issue of no money. If you want to do something, you won't. It's just an excuse. I didn't save money for this, so nor did I make the time. I guess I probably should have. In hindsight, it would have been good to be there and supporting him, but yeah. For those of you who don't know, we don't live in Viti Levu. We live in Vanuatu, so yeah.
She's saying just got back from the hours. He's still going strong with his
Content.
Okay. Just the algorithm, maybe.
Yeah, oh, for sure, it's algorithm. Yeah, because like for a while there, I was seeing like every single thing that he posted. It was awesome. But yeah, then all of a sudden Facebook's like, no, you don't like this stuff anymore. It's like, what? If I don't like something, I click the X or like I unfollow, you know? But isn't that weird?
Hey, bro, so proud of you coming back to Fiji to make a living. Meli.
Oh, thank you, Meli. I got bugs crawling up my nuts.
Huh?
I got bugs crawling in my pants, man. The heck?
They're like
I don't think breakdancing should be in the Olympics. No. I don't think skateboarding should be in the Olympics. I don't... Like, there's some things that I'm like, I don't understand why this is an Olympic sport. Like, it just doesn't... Like, yes, I'm not saying you don't have to be athletic. It's just like... It's not enough like professionalism behind breakdancing, I think, to like make it a sport. Like, it's just some things I guess maybe just I don't care about. I just don't think. Like, I don't care about sailing, but I think sailing is appropriate for the Olympics, I guess. So that's not really like a criteria that makes sense is me caring about something or not. But yeah, with breakdancing and skateboarding and stuff like that, I'm like, for goodness sakes, man, like, we gotta stop just adding random things to the Olympics. Like, one thing that should be in the Olympics is pool. How is like billiards not in the Olympics?
Oh, you know what should be in the Olympics?
What?
Roller derby.
Okay, roller derby, sure. I would.
In the morning, can this be Thomas Pop?
What?
Surprise.
Stop. Yeah, we're gonna give it away later. We're gonna do this sapui thing and yeah.
Come here.
Hey, go away.
What TV?
There's two butt naked kids in the background right now. Oh my gosh.
Hey, what are you talking about?
Yeah. What did you say?
Roller derby.
Roller derby. Yeah. Roller derby. Sub roller derby out for skateboarding because those chicks are insane. Yeah, roller derby's nuts. I would love to see pool in the Olympics. I'm not like a big pool head, but I love playing pool when I have the opportunity. I think that's like, it's like archery and stuff like that, or shooting guns, like requires,
How about MMA?
Yeah, this was a conversation I listened to somebody, talk about, and I think MMA would be. It's like, how is MMA not in the Olympics? Like, it's one of the top 10 sports right now, right? In like, as far as like professional sports and professional sport leagues. The problem with MMA and tournament style MMA events is that like people get hurt. So how do you find out, like, if you have like, one person from, each country, like has a chance to put up, an athlete for MMA, and say Alex Pereira is representing Brazil in the light heavyweight 205-pound class, right? Well, if he wins his first match, like, then he's got to what? He's got to fight, second time and the third time, fourth time in the span of like, a month. That's not how this works. Like, these guys fight once, they take 6 months off, or at least 3 to 4 months between fights.
Yeah.
And so I feel like you wouldn't really find out who the number one is because it would just be the person who didn't get injured. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It'd be like, I got Olympic gold medal. It's like, yeah, you just didn't fight the right guys. I don't know. Or you just didn't, sprain your ankle or break your shin, or, you didn't fight a guy who kicked your legs, like, yeah.
Full contact, no holds barred, spelling bee in the Olympics.
Normally.
Long time no see.
Talo
for
normally. Man, I was actually about to start considering shutting down these on-the-mat sessions because Normally hasn't been around. Yeah. The system just hasn't been the same without Norm, man. Norm, we even started doing lives on TikTok because you're not around, man. Actually, TikTok's been sweet. Thank you guys for like all the questions and everything. Please, can you guys make content on Snapchat? I need to hire another person before we can make content on Snapchat.
Okay.
Bula Normally.
So you're saying you guys stream past my bedtime lately? Yeah, we moved to 5 o'clock now.
Yeah. See, live at 4. Okay, you guys tell me what's more catchy: live at 4:30, or live at 5. Okay, it makes more sense. And we're always like pushing the mark. Like with 4:30, it's always like we're coming in late. Like I got in at like 4:27 or something today on the tractor, and then I was like, oh, thank goodness we switched it to 5. But yes, I understand that it's difficult. Yeah, that's the thing about the way we make content. Like, I'd love to make content for Snapchat, but a lot of our content that we make is just like on the go, run and gun. Live, I actually have to be sitting down making this content.
Live at 5 is poetic.
Thank you, Norm. Bro, was glad to run into you and the kids at Extra Supermarket a few weeks earlier in La Bay. Oh, Sinlesh, yeah, thank you, bro. Thank you. It was a pleasure to meet you and make your acquaintance. Is there termite there, bro? Yeah, actually there is. I saw my first one tonight. Actually, there's a couple out here.
Oh yeah, that one.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't seen a termite for several weeks, but thank you for asking, and now it's brought the termites. For Snapchat, I'd actually want to bring in somebody who had experience with Snapchat, which would probably be difficult in Fiji because I know nothing about Snapchat. Do you know anything about Snapchat?
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
No? Yeah, okay.
I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't know about Snapchat.
Yeah, I don't really know what type of content or how to interact best with people on Snapchat.
But
Like,
Twitch though. Is
yeah.
something that no, I'm saying I started watching Twitch lately.
Okay.
So I think Twitch is more gaming.
Yeah. Twitch is notorious for people live streaming gaming.
But
But there's people who live stream 24/7 on Twitch. Like they have their camera set up by their bed, and then as soon as they wake up, the lights on, mics on, cameras on, like their phone. They have a special phone dedicated to live streaming, and then they just walk around all day, from like sun up to sundown streaming.
Is that how like Speed and
That's a good question. Speed and KSI and them,
Yeah.
Kai Sinat.
Kaisenet?
Yeah, no, I don't know. Don't know how they came up. I don't really follow the live streamers. I'm also probably a little old for that. That demo. What do you think I would get off of? What do you think the Waka brand would gain off of Snapchat?
Snapchat is for streetwalkers.
Streetwalkers? What does that mean? Let's see how old I am. I feel like you just said something. What is a... Oh, funny. It's a prostitute. Okay.
Oi.
Somebody's got something against Snapchat. All right. Is it already nighttime there in Vanuatu? Yes, it is. Suva, fully day in Vanuatu night. Any words about the first Nissan draw tomorrow? No words at all. The only words that I will say are these words. Be there. Because I'm going to be there. We're going to be there hanging out 12 to 3. We're going to be on location. I think there's going to be like, if you spend $30 on fuel, it's like free food, free drinks, and some live music or live entertainment of some sort, and then the draw. So I'm excited. I think it's going to be fun. It's going to be cool to like see it. Just like imagine like your name, you went and spent $30, okay? 30 measly dollars on fuel. And then you're gonna get a vehicle that's worth like, 3,000x what you just spent on fuel. Like, like somebody's life is gonna be like, there's somebody's name is getting picked tomorrow in Vool from 12 to 3 that's gonna be like, I can't believe my life right now. And that's pretty fun to be a part of, I guess. Is the fuel receipts from all over the country? Yes. It is. And so the winner is not necessarily going to be from Lambasa. It could be, it could not be. It could be somebody from freaking Undu Point or somebody. Imagine if somebody in like in Nananuira or something like that, where there's no roads or anything. They're like, I can't use this. They just like, hopefully somebody who can actually use the thing. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Have you been to the new Ramadan in Lambasa? First international brand to come to Lambasa.
Not open yet. Opening soon by the looks of things, but not yet. So it's Encore. It's a Ramada Encore, which is like their kind of budget-friendly version of Ramada, because you can't open a hotel in Lambasa that costs like $500 a night, like the Ramada in Wailoloa, right? So that wouldn't make sense. So good move from Domodar family to attach their brand to another famous hotel chain brand. I think that it is going to, especially if it has a swimming pool, it is going to pose serious problems for other hotels in Lambasa. The fact that you can stay there, go eat at Deli 6, grab your groceries and whatever you want extra, and then go back to your room, have a shower, and then go to the movies, and then come back to your room.
Kava bar.
The cover bar is there, and then go jump on your flight the next morning. all within like 30-second or 1 minute walk from your hotel room. Pretty sick. Pretty sick. Well, I haven't heard that generator for a long time. Oh yeah, so Kalini Sao has been announced as the. I know. I wish I was one of the Nissan winners too, but it would be really weird if I entered the contest. So actually, the other day I went and spent $100 on fuel, and then Tui took my receipt and filled it out.
Yeah.
Imagine if it's you tomorrow.
I'm gonna be like, yeah. I'm not with this guy right here.
Yeah.
I took a rental out here and I filled up the rental.
Yeah.
So, like, oh no, but it's a conflict of interest, you know. If you're working for them, like as of today, I'm resigning.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, and then resume again next week.
Next week.
Okay, sure.
I'm already showered.
Okay, thank you. Make sure all your clothes are put away in the wash machine. I don't want to see any clothes on the floor in your room, okay? And I want all the toys put away in the house as well, please. Once you've done that, then you can go. Been to the Lambas Sugar Mill? No, but can somebody take me? I would love to go to the Lambas Sugar Mill. I would love to. And make content in there, maybe even do a live stream from on the floor.
I can take you there.
I don't think I can make content there, but I would love to go. I would, dude, get me in there.
Yeah?
Yeah, dude, I want to go see it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I actually really do want to go see it.
Thing that you don't want to do.
No, I really do want to go see it.
Oh.
I would love, dude, I love machines and stuff like that. I would love to see that production facility.
I'll talk to my uncle.
That'd be really cool, yeah.
And he can.
We probably can't film.
No, we can't.
Okay.
Maybe outside. Well, I don't know, do interviews or just what we see in there and like, getting back and then we go inside. But
Yeah.
I think we can. We just need to talk to the big guys.
Yeah.
In some areas.
Maybe we can talk to Charan, the Minister of Sugar,
Maybe.
and get it in. I guess maybe there's people, there would be things that you can't, they don't want people to see, probably. Like, it's old and, you know, it's hard to always be OH&S law abiding, you know, when you have a thing of that size. And probably not the budget to like upkeep it to the standards that everybody would probably like to upkeep it to.
Yeah,
but
right after this live,
I would we could even make some content with like the drivers outside. Maybe do like a quick interview with like hit some of the guys who are bringing the cane.
Sitting out there with the grog. Under the truck waiting for the tent to go in.
Just do like quick interviews, like what's your name and. Something important, you know?
Yeah.
What's important to you right now and how are you dealing with it? Okay. No answer. Not that probably with these these gang,
Few cover bones.
Go during maintenance season and during crushing season. The Friendly North contestants always tour. Oh, okay.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. No cameras allowed inside strictly, brother. Yeah, that's what I thought. Do you think it's a good thing to partner up with Ramada? Yeah, I mean, would love to. We've actually got an exciting partnership coming up with a rental and that's a honeybee, man. Screw off, dude. Sorry, I don't have anything about against honeybees, but I just have a thing against things that can hurt me. You know, like my wife's words and stuff like that. Yeah, smoke them out. He didn't like that. What was I gonna say? It's very dark in Fiji. Yeah, it is. Okay, yeah, I would partner up with Ramada, but we've also got something exciting coming with rental cars. That would be a conflict of interest or not. But usually more excited to partner the Walker brand with people that I can shake hands with. And Ramada doesn't need to shake my hands. Does that make sense? So, yeah, I don't want to be like, I don't work with big corporations. I mean, you know, give me my money, you know, but also I like to know the people that I'm working with and the people that I'm speaking up for. That's why that tractor in the background and the sponsor of today's live, Global Machinery, is like a company that I'm stoked to work for. They are our media clients at Welcome Media. We're about to film and edit and release a 10-part series about some of their customers and what the Global Machinery brand is about. We're excited to do that. But yeah, that Ramada would be exciting, but give me my money kind of thing. Ramada would have to come in with money.
Thoughts on Fiji versus USA next game?
Oh, it'll be fine. Fiji's gonna crush them, yeah.
I heard Ravtamanta is not.
He's not playing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Not playing this.
My beautiful wife is coming.
If you could ask your future self a question, what would it be?
What do you wish you would have spent more time doing when you were 32? That would be the question.
He's done.
Oh yeah. That would be the question I'd ask my future self. 100%, no questions asked other than that question. That is the only question to ask.
Me?
You?
Did you make it?
Did you make it? Oh yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Did you make it?
Did you make it? Can I turn this camera around? Everybody wants to see who's behind.
Hey. Who wants to see?
Somebody named Koroi.
Can you never know?
Actually, I don't know if you can flip this bad boy around. Okay, all right. Does your wife miss Canada?
It's for you from Rob, but I'll give you the credit.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, of course, yeah. We all miss it from time to time. I mean, that's where half of my family is. That's where her whole family is. So yeah, definitely. But we have a goal, and we're very much like committed to seeing this thing through. And so this is just where we need to be right now. So one day we can be in Canada more than we are right now. But I think life from now on is Fiji and Canada. And yeah, I don't want to be stuck in one place. Okay, question of the day here. This is a great question. Damu or Ndonu? I love that. That's such okay. Your boy Jay, dude. I love that question. Maybe you saw like the thing on my shirt. I don't know. That's great though. Okay, so this is a very intricate question. Do you like Ndamu, which is mangrove jack, or Ndonu, which is coral trout? So it depends how I'm eating these fish. If I'm going to make soup, I'm going to pick Ndamu. I just feel like it's a bit of a more fatty, tender flesh that goes well in soup. Now, if I'm going to be frying, or I'm going to be, either whole fried, or I'm going to be making surua, or, filleting it and making burritos, or whatever I'm going to be doing it, then Ndonu all the way. So, yeah, that's my opinion. You?
Yeah, Damu.
Damu? If you can only have one, what do you choose? I choose Ndonu if I can only have one, but I love them both. I just love the texture of coral trout.
Okay, Ndonu.
Ndonu? Okay.
Because it's fat and juicy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Question from Richard. How you feeling?
Oh, thank you. That's a good question. Ooh, I don't actually think about this very much, because like it doesn't really matter when you're a dad. Like, because like your feelings aren't important, because like you have a job to do and you have to look after your kids and be a good husband. I'm not saying that because I'm such a good person. It's just like you don't really like think about it. I think that's also a good thing to do, because sometimes if I have lots of time to like think, like when Stephanie's not around, then you just end up overthinking. I would say, how do I feel? Ooh, that's such a... Can I just like, this is not good for live, but can I just take 10 seconds to think about this? Give me 10 seconds, everybody.
What are you thinking about that? Damned if you do and damned if you don't.
Okay, let's just ruin the
Norm.
moment. Norm. The king of it. Dude, I missed Norm Lee. Oh, man. That's funny.
The houses behind us is empty because
It's a clinic. It was specially built for when the nurses come to the village, that they can be stocked with like medical supplies and stuff like that. And it's also got a washroom and a bed inside, so if somebody needs to be kind of like in a place that requires either like isolation because they're contagious or something, or they require like a bathroom right beside the room, then it can be kind of like a private little private facility. It was built by my mom and dad, and so my mom's a nurse, so she's passionate about these things, and so yeah, that's why nobody lives in there. How am I feeling?
okay, I'll play the Jeopardy music. No.
Do do do
While
do do
John
do
thinks.
do.
Yeah.
Do, 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 no, 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 no. I feel stressed a lot. Uh, but I think I've just gotten to the point where like that's just how life is. Like you figure out one solution and then it's instantly on to the next thing. And so I'll give you an idea. Like today, woke up, went for my run. That was like easily the easiest part of the day, even though it like was the hardest part physically, easiest part of the day. And then got back, loaded up the truck, went to town because we had to brush cut the yard in front of the shop and stuff, clean it up before Leadership Fiji came. And so then I had to go to the LTA, and I was like, I had to pay the fitness on all of our vehicles, like my motorbike, the truck, and the tractor. So I had to pay the wheel tax, sorry, on all that stuff. And there was a long lineup. In Sanganga, Friday is the day for Bua people. So everybody from Sanganga, or basically Ndraketi, going down to Namboalu, that's the day when they can come and do the inspections and the fitnessing on their vehicle. So you have this annual thing, you have to check up on your vehicle and then pay your third-party insurance for the next year. And so I get there, it's just a super long lineup, and I'm like, oh my time. While I'm sitting there, Leadership Fiji messages me and they're like, oh, we're leaving, we're gonna be there probably in an hour. And I'm like, well, I still gotta go home, get the tractor ready, load up the plow, or like swap it out, which takes a while, and then come back to town and think about what I'm gonna say. And so on the way, then Pacific Energy messages me, and like I said, we had a misunderstanding about me being live on location tomorrow, which I'm gonna be. It's all good. But then I was like, holy smokes, my son's birthday's tomorrow. I'm like, I can't talk about this right now. I'll call you after our Leadership Fiji thing. So we do the Leadership Fiji thing, and then I sort out rearranging because we were gonna do some filming as well for Seb's birthday with this rental company we're gonna be working with. And so I'm not trying to bore you guys. Like I have more going on than you. I don't. I'm just like, it's just, anyways, one thing leads to another, and then I was off on the tractor, and Stephanie was calling me like, did you call these people to like try to rearrange the vehicles for the video shoot and stuff like this? And I was like, oh. So working out and like being on the farm are like the times when I just get to like, I can't do anything else. I have to just run this plow in this straight line or harrow this field, and that's a beautiful thing for me. And so yeah, I think sometimes I get to the end of the night like this and I'm like, man, I could just use a freaking beer sometimes and eat some sort of garbage food. I just want like a burger or something like that. And I don't do those things, but that's how I feel when I get to the time like this. And there's also like pressure, like doing this live. That's why I appreciate Global Machinery for sponsoring this today. That like I just get to be myself. And so yeah, sometimes I'm like, man, I don't want to have to perform, on the cameras. So I'm just myself when I do these lives. And so, yeah, okay, there's only 11 people watching right now on TikTok. Whatever. I'm honored that there's 11 people somewhere in the world that are tuning into this. So, um, it's that's just life, right? And then one day I won't be busy, but I'll be sick, and then I'll wish that I would have enjoyed being busy more. And so I don't really look at it as a bad thing. That's just how life is right now. And yeah, my kids are healthy, my team is healthy, my wife is healthy. We're just busy. And so if we got to be on each other's asses about, getting stuff done and figuring out problem solving, event coordination and birthday parties, like those are very small problems in comparison to, like, you know, holy smokes, one of my close relatives died, or one of your parents passed away, like, or one of the kids is sick terminally, or whatever, like, whatever. These are easy, very easy things, right?
What part of your life have you still not figured out?
Have I still not figured out?
What part of your life are you
Oh, dude, I still don't know very much about business. I feel like I have a lot more to prove in the business world. Like, there's people in my sphere that are worth, you know, 9 figures, and I don't know exactly how to get to $100 million. But there's plenty of $100 million out there in the world, so it can be done. I don't know how to. I'm on the track to do that. It's just like I don't have all the answers. I just feel like doing this branding thing this way, doing it with you guys, building an audience, which I consider to be like a big foundation that then we can go and build businesses off of. It's like really cool. Because, like, here's the thing. Okay, normally I believe lives in Nanaimo. Like, the cool thing is like, if I know, like, I've been to Nanaimo before, and I know what Normally does. Normally's now a person in my sphere that, has joined us on countless lives, that I feel like I could reach out to him for a quick question, and, like, not a bunch of free work, but like, hey, I know this is what you do. Could I pick your brain about something? Yeah. And having people that, like, like, my team here, like Archie, Tuik, Roy, Steph, is like, is awesome, but like, you guys are also part of the team, and that's the cool thing about what we're doing with the Walker brand. Is like, I have the team that is like here physically with us, but then there's all of you guys who are also part of this team. And somebody coming on board with solar, to sponsor the solar equipment that we need in our new house, is that you're now part of the team. You're part of this journey. Your products get featured in our videos. Hopefully you sell more stuff. And if somebody asks me about solar, I can be like, oh, I'll give you so and so's number. They're the people to talk to. They're the experts in solar. And so that's what's really neat about this. I also don't know what I'm doing a lot of times as a parent. Figuring that out as I go. I could do better probably in my devotional life. I could spend more time with Jesus and just hanging out, praying, being quiet, putting down all the devices and music and podcasts and stuff. Spend more time with him. But that's also like, I don't really get too worked up about that, because that's just life, isn't it? Like, the problem I have in Fiji is a lot of people act like they know and like they have it all together. And I don't actually know how you feel. And that's also why I appreciate Tui, because like, we're able to be honest with each other and just be like, ask each other questions like, hey, you look like something's going on, like, is everything okay? And sometimes, yeah, oh no, everything's good, just whatever, in a funk or whatever that thing is. Okay, sweet. But like, most of the people, I'm like, dude, I don't actually know what's going on in your life. And I think that's something I wish I had more of, was those honest people.
Okay, I like this question. What is the biggest question in your life right now, and why?
Ooh. What is the biggest question? how do I properly, I guess, scale this media company so that we bring in the right people at the right times, so that we can grow it as fast as we can, but not too fast, but in the way that we can, come back to what we originally wanted to do, with the farming stuff on the land, and focusing on, bringing more opportunities to the north. Because like we started off by farming, and then got wiped out by Yasa, and then it's like, okay, we need to diversify, but I want to maintain, our dedication to what we originally came here for. I just know that like sometimes life, like the goal is over here, and sometimes it feels like, okay, we should go straight to that thing, but sometimes life's like whoop and then back. And so yeah, because there's lots of work out there, there's lots of money's not hard to get. It's just like, okay, where's the best place to be spending our time? And I know that we have to be adding people to the team as we go about this journey. It's just like, okay, how do we do that? And in what sequence? And like, who do we add to the team? And stuff like that. And so, other than that, is like, where do I get the money to build my house? That's a big one on my mind right now. I would, yeah, just need to grind. Just need to keep grinding. The jobs are coming in. You guys are, you guys even just clicking follow or showing up to these lives, like adding to these analytics, that gives me the ability to go and approach companies and be like, hey, we actually know what we're doing. And I don't perform, we don't do things that are like, fake or disingenuous, and that affects us. We could be more viral and we could be more followers, but like, that's not who we want to be. We actually represent the brand. And so, yeah, sometimes the lives are just really calm and we talk about deep questions like this, and that's really, really fun and really, really cool, because that's who we are. And that's the type of people that we want to attract, as audience, but also like when you follow, I can then take that, those numbers and be like, hey, look, I have this many people who watch a live, and, this allows me to convince a company to come on board and be a sponsor of the next Sevens tournament that we host here in Sanganga, and, create some crazy huge prize money for, the teams or whatever that, looks like, playing it out, I guess. So I want to, I guess I want to get access to some more funds so that we can just complete the house. I just want to put that behind me, because it takes a lot. It can take a lot of time and effort, and I would love if that thing could just be like, okay, I'm fine with this house. This house is not a problem, man. Like, the paint's faded and chipping, and the floors are a bit dirty, and the fireplace is kind of falling apart, which we're gonna fix next week. But like, it's actually fine. It's all good. Just need some of our own space. That's all. Yeah.
What? I'm here for the algorithm. I feel.
Sweet. It helps, brother. It helps.
What is the most difficult thing about being you?
I guess it's just being so good looking. Just kidding.
Can I answer that?
All right. Fitting pants. This is what you think?
You're a perfectionist.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Sometimes we get headbutt in some of the things.
Yeah.
And sometimes it helps me. It helps me to, like, get to a standard where
Right.
I'm like, okay, there's no flaws in this video. There's no flaws in, like, okay, you have to get everything. It
Like,
just pushes me.
Right. Like with the audio thing.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
the other day.
Audio, like,
Oh, yeah.
the
I mean, a number of different things,
Yeah,
but that's
number-
an example
yeah.
of, yeah.
it's. I don't know about you, but from
That's a good,
someone
yeah,
else's
yeah.
perspective, I feel like
Hardest thing.
being a perfectionist is
Yeah. No, and it makes it difficult for me and everybody around me a lot of the times because I'm like, this is not how we fold, shirts in this house. We fold shirts in this way so that when you unfold it, there's not a crease on this spot because that looks awkward when you put the shirt on or something like that. Like that is me to a T, and Stephanie is not that way. She's very goal orientated, and so that's where we bump heads a lot. And so that actually I needed that. Thank you for saying that, because like when I say what's the hardest part about being me, it's like, yeah, being a perfectionist dickhead makes my life difficult a lot of the times. It does. Yeah, because it's not easy to be around me all the time, and so that makes but me making it hard to be around me makes life difficult for me and everybody else. And so, I mean, there are certain things that like I won't like accept like anything, but what I consider to be like the best that we can do in the moment. Like that audio thing the other day, I was like, I don't think that was a big deal though. Like, there was a video that we were putting together for Digicel, and one of the pieces, like, I was leaned over like this instead of like being up in the mic in front of me, like the rest of the video, and it felt like the audio was muffled. So it was like it was quiet, turned it up, and then when it was turned up, it sounded muffled. So I was like, can we just adjust equalization so we can put more treble in it so that it just like sounds a little more crisp? And then he was like, okay, and send it back to me. And I'm like, yeah, so stuff like that is like what's the most difficult part about being me, Steph?
About being you?
Yeah.
Your good looks.
Oh, I already said that. Tui answered it for me. He said it's that you're a really perfectionist, a really big perfectionist. And I was like, that is such a good point.
Yeah, that's all we fight about is your truck perfectionism.
My truck perfectionism?
Yeah.
That truck is far from perfect. Like when I look at that truck right now, I see so much swirl marks. Like people are like, is that truck newly painted? It was just polished, but the guy who cut polished it went a bit too deep on some spots, so there's a lot of swirling in the paint. And it really bugs me. That's why I don't talk about it. But people are like, wow, it looks so good. I'm like, yeah, you really cut through my clear coat. That's cool.
Your bunda. Yeah, bunda.
Yeah, my bunda makes it difficult to fit pants and stuff like that. Big bunda. When is Sarah's birthday? Sarah's birthday is Sunday, but we are celebrating it tomorrow and a bit of Sunday. So.
What are you going to build the new house?
But it brings out the best in others. My butt, yeah, sure does. Just kidding.
Hey, why are you pointing at me? What are you going to build the new house out of? Just Jared. Wood frame and weatherboard, cement block, bamboo and thatch roof.
Wood frame. Yeah, wood frame. Bamboo and thatch roof would be sick. That'd be a great thing to like build a gym out of. Have like a OG like gym. Like CrossFit in a burra. Style. Huh?
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
Hey!
Yeah, it'll be Bumbo posts with a Vesi frame. So we have lots of Bumbo and lots of Vesi, which is really, really really cool and special. And so that's what we're going to build the house out of. I thought about cement, but because we dug out, the hill is like this, and then we dug it out like this, so there's like a flat spot now. But all the dirt that was like sloping here, that was cut out, has been pushed to bring this out, right? So like kind of like this is all solid ground, like up to the halfway point, but all of this is new soil. And then granted, a 5-ton digger was going back and forth, how many 100 times on top of it. For whatever reason, I'm just not confident that it could actually, without packing it properly with an actual rolling machine, like a big roller that like one of the big transport companies has, or pre-packing it, like where you see, at least overseas, sometimes you drive by lots, like for like 3 years, a company will buy a lot and then they'll just put huge, high piles of sand and dirt on it. And what that is just to compact the soil for like 4 years. You just have like 500 tons of weight sitting on the soil, and it just slowly compacts year after year, and then they'll start their build. And so I'm not confident that half of the soil will be suitable for a cement foundation without having a crack in the halfway point in the house, if that makes sense. And so we're also on the northwest facing side of a hill. You guys saw in that one video, if you saw it on social media, the sunset. And so we will be in the brunt force of like cyclones, the typical wind direction of a cyclone. So I feel like having a house that the wind can, pass under, not creating, as trying to allow for as much airflow as possible around and under the house is smart. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes, bamboo is the best. Hey, Lucy, Bula. This is Lucy, the one we met at Kaushik's house.
Oh,
So from where?
from Nasuva.
Nasuva.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Kaushik says Taki.
Hey, she's with Kaushik,
No.
or Kaushik is saying that.
Yeah.
He's actually on there.
Yeah.
Really?
You
You-
can wrap up soon.
Okay.
Maybe 7 something.
Okay. All right. One more question.
Are you going to try to insulate the walls and roof?
No. Yeah, we'll insulate the roof with that roll-on foil, one-way directional kind of stuff. Walls, I don't have any solutions yet. If you have some, then let me know, but probably not just double wall everything. One of the things that we had to talk about on the current events was, and I'll just mention it really quickly because I'm excited about it, Osea Kulinisao was re-signed for another 4 years. And I'm excited about that. I think he's a good option for us. I'm glad that we've committed to him, to take us to the next Olympic Games and through the World Cup. And so I think it's a great choice. I think within that time period, we will have him on here. We'll make some content. We'll do a podcast with him because he is a family man. He has kids and a wife. And so I think it would be very appropriate to have a chat with him one day, which would be really, really cool. Okay, guys, thank you so much. Thank you to Global Machinery for sponsoring this live. If you guys, are interested in farm implements or mechanizing your farm, I mean, they have options, that range, from like $30,000, right up to $60,000-$70,000. So, there's a lot of options for us farmers when we, are looking for tractors and stuff like that. And the competition is not going to be there. I will just say is not going to be there when it comes to backing you up with parts and service. Like something goes on my tractor. I had a stick, long time ago when we first, I bought one of the first tractors, pulled a hydraulic line out, video called Moise, who's their head tech, and he was like, yeah, this is what you need to do, this and this, and we got this many liters of hydraulic fluid here in the shop, you can come and pick it up. Video call, done, fixed, and I was back on the tractor within a few hours, so that was awesome. Okay, thank you guys very much for joining us tonight. TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, everybody, every single person who jumps in, thank you for all the awesome questions. Thank you to Norman Lee for joining again. And for those of you who live in Lambasa, we'll see you in Vuo tomorrow from 12 to 3 at Pacific Energy for the draw for the Nissan Navara. And if not, we'll see you guys again on Monday. Thank you guys. Mode.
Hello.